be fair, there are people who watch, but it's usually the VOD people. Where's the fucking screen? Why am I so stupid? Oh, no, I knew I was forgetting
Let me
something.
count the ways.
I knew I was forgetting something. I gotta put this shit on my hand because I'm special. All right. How do I start this thing?
It drives me crazy just having the glow of the thing right there. So now I'm going to grab it.
Hello,
What?
everyone.
The cup?
As I look
Yes.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cup's awesome.
That doesn't matter.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
My name is ATK. Joining me today, as always, is Radcliffe, and today our special guest is FauxRomano. Say hello, Faux.
Hello, Faux.
There you go. And this is definitely not a podcast. Faux, I don't feel like we get enough time to talk to you. What? Tell me one of your obvious hobbies that I should know.
Good question. Okay. Books. I read a lot of books. I watch a lot of movies.
Okay, those are the two things that I was gonna go with.
You
anyway.
probably heard both of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I was making
You know about
sure.
video games.
Good. Yeah. Good. Then I'm not super lost. I was gonna ask if you were a cinephile. It's good to know that you do like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Who is
I haven't had
your
cereal in like a decade.
really? Anyway, where the hell was I going with this?
Yeah, really.
You get older and cereal
Who
sucks.
is one of your
Yeah, I eat
top,
oatmeal.
Who's one of your top actors from the black and white movie era? If you have one, if you could choose one, and why is it Jimmy
Powell.
Stewart? Okay, well that's wrong.
Stewart's good.
The fact that you have an answer, wild.
Yes, William Powell.
William Powell's pretty good.
He's very good because he has this really snappy dialogue. It's very modern dialogue. It's very like bam, 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 constant.
Can you give me?
Cary Grant does it too.
Can you give me like a couple movies he's in, just to refresh my memory?
Yeah,
just
it's
one?
like completely just left my brain just now. My Man Godfrey is a big one that he's in. There's like 4 Thin Man movies, which are like detective movies, but they're not really detective movies. They're not noir movies at all. They're just drinking and cavorting with his wife and just snappy dialogue back and forth.
So it's a normal movie. Got it.
No, not at all. No, it's a comedy.
All right.
It just starts with a murder.
Oh, so it's like Law and Order. Yeah, I guess.
I don't think he's ever seen Law and Order.
Yeah, I don't think so
No,
either.
they start with murder. Say what they do is they start with the murder, and then they're like,
Yeah, but they're
now we
not
gotta-
comedies.
they're not.
No.
I don't think so.
Wait, which
They're
one was
ripped
the
from the
one where that
headlines.
one guy always had like a thing, then he would like tilt his glasses, and it would start off. And it was like,
Not
I'm
NCIS.
talking about-
Criminal Intent.
Miami?
Miami. Hotline.
CSI
There's one of
Miami?
those.
CSI Miami. That's what I was.
Like,
It had his letters. I was going to say Hotline
somebody
Miami.
would be brutally
yeah.
like
He just
raped
says
and
the
murdered,
pun.
and then he would have like a one-liner, and it was like, what?
this cop just disrespecting the dead. This woman,
Like, what the fuck?
was raped, and the assailant came in her ear and then murdered her. Well, I guess she heard him coming. Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate that might actually be one.
Oh, God damn it!
Terrible.
Oh shit, it was awful.
I
Yeah.
can't stand those shows. All those shows just drive me up a wall. I can't do true crime. Podcasts, shows, any of it. I don't want to hear anything ripped from the headlines. It's just,
God, I
it's
hate
gross to me.
podcasts. They're awful.
Yeah, true.
Because it's like
true.
they're not even real news. They're just saying shit and then giving their opinions about stuff. And it's like, I could do that.
No, I'd rather hear opinions than like boring ass news.
Yeah. That's why we don't fact check here.
I'm
News I can,
completely
like,
okay with the
read.
news. I just don't want to show
No,
about
boring.
it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I don't need a whole thing about it.
Oh, yeah. Just glaze over it. Talk about it for 5 seconds. Yeah, that would. That's how I get all my top news from memes. Glazing over them.
Yeah.
These are related
Don't
things. I've
glaze over
said.
the news.
Like a donut. Yeah.
Sure.
Speaking of donuts and cereal, so you don't eat cereal. So what are you starting your mornings eating breakfast, or do you eat breakfast? Is that a normal thing for you?
I eat one of those. Banana.
Banana.
and coffee.
Or you can have the banana.
Banana.
You already have the coffee.
Banana.
Now it's another
and
thing you have to
coffee.
deal with.
And then oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
And then sometimes wheat and turkey sandwich. Sometimes spinach and strawberry smoothie. And then whatever's dinner.
Spinach.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't taste it with the fruit. Yeah.
No, spinach is good. It's just weird. It's like a weird. Is it like wet spinach or is it like?
No, it's
fresh?
frozen. It's chopped already. So it's just it's as fresh as you're gonna
That
get
makes
frozen
sense.
in the
That makes
bag.
sense.
So yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. I just didn't think about frozen because I never.
Yeah,
I just
frozen
never had it.
strawberries, frozen spinach, bing bang.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Highly recommend. Imagine if you don't get enough vegetables in your diet, these smoothies.
I don't. I'm not going to. Hey, wait a second. I get a lot of vegetables. I eat mashed potatoes all the time.
That's not. Yeah. Okay.
He's a criminal.
I eat beans and corn and peas.
Wow.
I eat a
Brave of
lot
you.
of starches.
I did.
I eat a lot of fucking
I
starches.
saw them eat spaghetti with no meat, just like the
Also
sauce.
that-
It had
vegetable.
meat. It had meat sauce. It was meat sauce.
Okay, the
was Prego.
not actual meat in it, meat sauce. So there's like
It was
it's like
Italian meat.
2%
sausage.
beef.
That's more than there is ginger ale in Canada Dry. I'll have you know. They got sued for that.
We're drifting away. Eat vegetables.
And
I eat vegetables.
and hot dogs. That's what he ate. Hot dogs.
There's a lot of probably corn in hot dogs. They like to put that as a filler and bullshit. I believe
Corn?
it.
Okay, corn's not a vegetable. First of all,
Yes, it is.
potatoes you would call them.
They're full of
Definitely not
carbohydrates,
fruit.
though.
No.
They're not good.
Yeah,
they're
they're-
not great for you if
But
you eat a lot of them.
corn's not a vegetable.
So wait,
either,
wait,
my
wait.
guy.
So now that
That's a
I'm done
grain.
lagging,
Corn's worthless.
what is corn?
Yeah. It only looks like it does because it's been cultivated to look like it does. It used to be like. Uh-oh, are you freezing again?
No, I'm listening. I was intent.
Oh, okay.
He's just very
You
intent
literally
right now.
stood so still that I was like, he's
Yeah.
lazy.
I'm
man.
that guy from Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's like how chickens used to be. Chickens used to be this like pigeon-sized
Oh, yeah.
animal.
And then we made him big.
You know what I mean?
And turkeys used to be able to fly.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
We don't fact check
That's what
here.
these
though.
podcasts do. They send
just say
lies
shit.
out into the world.
Yeah. This is a
Oh, nice.
misinformation stream.
I figured out what happened.
That's what this is.
My stream crashed. Excellent. So my internet just died. I think my internet's just been doing this thing where it just dies sometimes now. So that's cool. My bit rate
It's
Pretty
been
garbage.
happening today. I saw when I woke up and everybody was saying how it was solar flares, and I was like,
No, this is just a thing that
Yeah.
happens to me.
Sure.
solar flares.
Yeah,
I
Goku.
figured Cisco just did a bad update. So Cisco's like what 80% of the backbone
Yeah.
internet. So it's like,
And they were like, it was the sun.
and then I checked.
definitely
Then I checked
wasn't
Reddit,
us.
and there was people talking about like how Cisco's been doing updates recently, and they've been like borking things up. So I'm like, okay, yeah, probably that, whatever.
Yeah.
I do get a lot of use out of Reddit still.
I'm
It's a-
thinking
it's a
about
cursed-
saying the title of the
horrific
podcast again
site.
since the only other stream lasted 7 minutes, and I'm feeling like I should just delete it at this point. What do you think?
It's not a podcast.
Yeah, this is definitely not
not
a
a
podcast. I'm your host, ATK. And joining us today is.
You can just put them together.
I don't-
You can just like
But then it's,
sew them together.
but then I have to like do a whole extra step because right now it's just click one button to export to YouTube. I don't know.
Man, I had to push 2 buttons.
Is there?
I know.
Can I combine them on
It's
Twitch though?
rough. No,
See,
You're
That's
the
what I'm saying.
streamer.
I am.
you have to just take them.
I'm
You have to
doing bad.
download them or just upload both
But I
of
don't
them.
have.
Fuck it.
What am I?
Call one part one. and
That's
the
what
other
I've been
part
doing
two.
with everything.
Easy.
I don't even know what people edit videos with. Probably something. I don't know. I'm not doing that.
Mm.
I'm
Whatever
gonna
works.
upload
It's
them
not
both
really
and then
important.
just forget about what I did because nobody cares. Nobody's
That's
watching.
I mean, how many? No one cares. I mean, you get like 30 people watching.
Like 30
sometimes,
people do
right?
watch the VOD. Nobody watches it on
Yeah.
YouTube. That's why it doesn't matter. That's That's just like that's for when, because you only keep VODs for like 2 weeks, so I have to put them somewhere.
This is how the sausage is made. Just bantering. I don't know if he's gonna crash. When he stays still, I don't know if I'm talking to
I
him or
know,
not.
he sits so still. You're like, he's dead again. He's already gone.
No. Sometimes I'm just I'd like to say thinking, but that's not the right word.
No, not at all.
I'm just there in the
internally
universe.
panicking.
What's a good way for that? I'm existing, I suppose. Yeah.
I have been playing the absolute shit out of Elden Ring lately.
Yeah, I noticed. I
Cool.
thought you already beat it.
No, I haven't.
Oh.
It's
Why?
kind of mid.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of playing it because I'm
It
gonna
is.
beat it. That's
But you
I
play
like
a
it.
lot
I
of
don't
Dark
think it's
Souls
mid.
games.
I think it's very good. It's just not the best ever.
parts of it are really good. Parts of it.
Are you talking about the story or just
But,
the
like-
fighting? Which part's the worst part? Which part's the mid part for you? All
So-
of it?
It's the problem is that a lot of it is good.
Yeah.
The problem is that the whole entire game is based around the combat. And the combat sucks.
Oh.
I don't think it sucks at all.
And
think
that's the
it's-
problem.
Decent combat. You have to branch out. Whatever you're doing, like do more magic, do more
use the
faith,
iframes?
do more
Is that what it
weird
is?
weapons.
No, it's not anything like that. It's like
Feel repetitive.
it has a different difficulty curve than I've seen in any Dark Souls game. Like, something like that. So it's like, and I don't mean difficulty as in like the enemies are technically harder to beat. Like they do something different or something
Yeah.
like that. It's like you go from like one zone to another zone and the scaling changes, and it's like you're fighting the same enemy that you were just fighting on the other side of that bridge, and now they have like 50% more hit points and they just don't stagger. It's like it's such a weird, it's like artificial difficulty. It's not like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. And it's like you do eventually get enough upgrade materials to actually change weapons, but they give you, there's so many weapons in the game, and like 90% of them are dog water. Like it's like, I just don't understand it. And they give you so many, especially in the beginning, they give you so many things that are like holy base damage, and it's the worst damage in the entire game. Like it's really effective against like undead shit, like stupidly effective against it.
Yeah.
Where it does like 4 times the damage for some reason.
And then
but
it's
like
not undead later or something.
every other enemy and boss, like near like, or they're just like resistant to it. They're not immune to it, but it's like it just doesn't scale. The story's good. The story's actually better than I think every Dark Souls that I've played, because it actually like tries to tell you a little bit of it, and as long as you keep doing the quests and stuff, it like will. But it's very easy to miss a quest. God, it's so easy. Like if you could just like go into another area and talk to a random NPC, and then you go back to like the whatever round hold table, and like people are just dead and gone and missing, and you're just like, oh, okay, I guess fuck, I just failed the quest.
At release, it was really bad about that, and they had to patch in like 2 weeks later, or maybe a week later. They patched in like a little marker system so you can keep track of the idiots.
Yeah. Oh, so at least they appear on the map. Yeah, because that's
They
that's
didn't
the
show
other
up on the
thing
map
is-
before.
yeah, it's like fuck. But like the music's really good, and some of the themes of like the weapons themselves are really cool. But it just feels like, I don't know. It feels like you basically find a weapon that's broken and abuse it. That's basically the combat. It's not fun. It's just like how do I get?
It's kind of Souls in general, though, to me anyway. Like,
do you think the PvP is the same or better or on par with?
Oh, it's just as dog shit as it always is, because there's like a little bit of lag between the two people that are playing against each other. So it's like there's like basically metas that form where it's like you have to be at a certain, like you have to go to where the person might be when they roll out of something. So it's like
Telekinetic.
it's
Hit you in the future.
it's just it's just one of those things, and it's like especially the like the PvP stuff is like just find something that does a big AoE thing because that way it can't miss unless they just perfectly iframe it.
Yeah.
Which is impossible to happen most of the time just because of the little bit of lag and stuff like that you experience.
Is your favorite Souls game then Sekiro or Bloodborne?
I didn't play Sekiro. I didn't really even watch Sekiro. I watched Bloodborne. Bloodborne would probably be my jam, but I never got it because it's only on the console.
Yeah. Bloodborne's amazing.
Yeah.
I did date someone who had it when they had because they had a PlayStation, and it's super fun game, super fun. Like, and I
think Sekiro might be
did
your
not
jam.
have fun with Dark
Yeah.
Souls. It was because I played. I
Like-
played 2. I think I played 2, and I got to like the
Two's-
first
It's
kind
so
of big
bad.
guy, and I was like, okay, time to learn the game. And he killed you, and you lost permanent health, and you lost permanent health, and then you lost permanent health, and then you lost permanent health, and then you start at 30% health, and you just can't get any better. And I'm like, I'm not gonna keep playing this game if I get punished by trying the first boss 6 times, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's interesting. When those games came out, there was like no collective consciousness about them at all. No zeitgeist. So I remember playing the first one and just getting slammed like you're talking about, without the loss of health, but like just getting slammed. I'm like, okay, I'm done with this for now. But then like, I don't know, you come back 10 years later after like everyone kind of knows what's going on. I'm like, oh, I actually like this now. I'm actually figuring it out.
Yeah.
It's the same with 2. Like going back to 2 after playing some of the other ones, you're like, okay, I can do this now. I got the ideas.
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe I
I
should
played
give it another try.
the first Dark Souls when it came out, like when it was
Me
on the
too.
PC.
And I stopped playing it.
Like I played. No, I loved it. It was very. That game really forced you to pick a weapon and stick with it.
Mm.
That was like the main thing. Like you could change, but it was hard
You can upgrade
because
your weapon
again,
pretty
it was
good,
like
right?
the way the upgrades work. Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing is leveling in fucking Elden Ring is atrocious. It's just like it's so good in the beginning of the game to like get your character set up. But dude, like once you get to a certain point, it's just like I don't know, you get above level like 60 or 70,
Yeah.
which is not even mid-game at that point. And it's like it takes so much to just go up a point, which does like almost nothing for your character. It's basically you're trying to like get to like the next spell that you could cast, like something maybe you want to try out.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And
I don't remember
respecking-
having that much of an issue with it. So
And respecking, well, it depends on what you're doing, right? Like if you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to be like a strength guy,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use these big heavy weapons. It's like, yeah, sometimes they require a small amount of dex or something, so it's not too hard to get to.
Yeah.
But if you wanted to dip into literally anything else, it takes so much stats to cast like mediocre spells most of the time.
yeah, I do
like-
remember that.
So you have to commit to
Yeah.
one thing or the other. You can't do.
Kind of. You can respec in the game,
You can
but
respect.
it's not free.
Uh,
Is the thing. You have to have an item in your inventory that is consumable, and then you can redo your levels. But which
Just
I've already
by Sekiro.
done.
There's one weapon. There's no messing around with it. You just learn how to fight enemies and parry them and then kill them.
and then you
Yeah.
fling around on the rooftops like Spider-Man.
Yeah, and you Spider-Man around a little bit. And you stealth attack
Like-
people.
like when
It's a
I
good
like
good.
my first character that I had was just a big heavy. I was just using like a mace because I like just like
He was the onion
fucking
knight.
pancaking enemies, which is like the best.
Did you fat roll everywhere?
And then, what's that?
Did you fat roll everywhere?
No, God no. You just take off armor.
Okay.
If you fat roll, you can't play the game. Like it's near impossible. But you get to you get to a certain point and it just doesn't work anymore. Like enemies just stop giving a shit about whether or not you're trying to stagger them. And it's just like, oh, well, that's like the one. So you can cruise through like a lot of the beginning of the game with just having a big fat weapon,
Yeah.
but you don't really learn anything. And then it like, I don't know, you get to certain parts in the game and you can't really stagger shit and you just die. And it's just not fun because it doesn't feel like the enemy beat you. It was like the game beat me. Like the game was like,
You decide.
here's this weapon that will work. And then you got to a certain point in the game and you're like, that weapon don't work no more. So go fuck yourself. And it's just like, oh, okay, cool.
Nice.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's all right.
I
just like the story.
Yeah, I've never been a big Souls type player. I know you are.
Definitely am.
Yeah.
You are, yeah. Say
I've played 3 of them in like the past couple months. Yeah.
people will tell me that it's something, but it's just I don't know. I can't do it. I think it's that one experience. It just really turned me off from wanting to play it again.
Yep.
Maybe I can try it again. Maybe it'll work.
One.
Yeah.
You've been infected. I'll be the last one.
Yeah.
I'll be the survivor.
Am I dying?
Yeah.
Speaking of Survivor, I've been playing Deep Rock Survivor too. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor.
Oh, I saw that. I kind of want to get it, but it looked. I remember the first.
If you like your vampire survivors and stuff like that, then it's good.
Wait, it's
yeah.
Deep Rock Galactic, but with Survivor. What?
Yeah, it's an auto shooter.
That's
kind of
so. Absolutely is. You just also mine, but you mine by just pointing your face into stuff. So it's an auto shooter.
Yeah. The first time that I saw it, it just looked like a mobile game, and I was like, "What the fuck am I looking at?" I was like, "Why did they do this?"
But I like it. It does. It has a good feel to it. Like if you like those kind of games in general, then it's a good one to just like. Because you like the mining bit of it is like the big like a crux for how it's different from like your other auto shooters. So like you're like when it gets really bad and you're just swarmed, you dig your holes so you have an out while they only come from one direction instead of getting swarmed completely and stuff like that.
Wait, so were you having problems a second ago too? Is that what you said? I like was cutting.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's what Red said.
Because I can see my like my desktop in the Steam thing.
Yeah.
And my cursor has the little Windows circle.
That's weird.
On it. But I'm not having any issues. It's just
I'm checking out my bitrate and it's going fucking bananas, which is weird. Cause it was green, flatline, and then you started cutting up again, and I was like, it's going downhill. It still was green, and then VR chat crashed, and then it went red, and I was like, interesting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, like it's still bad. It says. So
it's all right. Part 3.
Part 3, baby. We back once again. I'm your host ATK, and this is a terrible place to be. Look, I'm just expecting. My audio
it's trying to go for the most scuffed episode, and that's what we're going for.
That's always 5, baby. It's always.
You not having audio for half the show was easily the most so far.
That was pretty good.
But if this thing crashes 10 times, then yeah, we'll get there.
We're going for a record. Eventually, it'll reset. Look, I'm just trying to make shorts in the form of the whole video.
Oh yeah. You're doing hard edits. I got it.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to edit, so he just keeps calculating.
He's cutting the film on the floor. Yeah.
I heard a swear word, so I cut the stream, guys. That's what happened. I didn't crash 6 times.
Yeah.
I swear.
Rad, good job, bud. Also in current games, there's a poker roguelike, which is pretty good.
I despise poker.
Now, when you say a roguelike, are you saying that like you run out of money and then it's a new life?
Like real life.
You have to make hands, but the hands are impossible. And the roguelike bit of it is like eventually you start collecting new cards, like jokers that give you double on pairs, or holographic cards which give you a multiplier if you use them in a flush.
Wait, so you're cheating?
And stuff like that. Yeah, the whole game's cheating.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, what?
Like it's cheating against you and for you.
Oh, okay. That makes way more sense.
And so, like, in every 3 rounds, you have to do spades don't count, so you can't really use them in your hands anymore. So you have to like get around that modifier.
The fuck?
It's a roguelike.
I don't think that's poker. I think that's just something
I
else.
didn't say that. I said it's a poker roguelike.
It's a poker-like roguelike. Got it.
Yes. You're making. You don't even have to make full like 5-card hands unless it tells you to.
Interesting. Well,
It's actually super cool. I'll probably start playing that next week, maybe.
Yeah. What was I gonna say a second ago? I was saying to literally just me. I'm
You love FromSoft.
I love FromSoft, just not Dark Souls.
How much do you love FromSoft?
I loved Lost Kingdoms and Lost Kingdoms 2, and those games were like one of my favorite GameCube games for sure. Like definitely top 3.
Yeah.
Somewhere up there is Sonic Adventure Battle 2, and then Paper Mario is definitely going to be up there. But Kingdom Hearts.
So like your top games?
Lost Kingdoms. Lost Kingdoms 2.
Sonic.
Was
I
definitely
forgot
way
into
better.
Sonic
games
games.
would
They were too.
Yeah.
The screen was too small for how fast the game wanted to go. I didn't like it. I didn't like those games.
Ah, yes.
I kind of get what you mean. Especially the original console when you're on side scrolling. It's
Yeah.
like slim by stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome-
Yeah. Everything was a 4x3 screen, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Welcome
Do
to,
not.
welcome to session 4.
Session 4. Don't worry, it'll crash again.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hi, I'm Foe.
Yes. and this is a disgrace.
Final Fantasy VI would be in my top 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Cyanide, Wild Hearts, and Return of the Obra Dinn. Off the top of my head.
Yeah.
But if I
I
think
have
about it too
no
much,
idea.
I'll have to put like a Yakuza in there. If I keep on thinking about it, I'll have to put some other stuff in there.
Yeah, don't think. Thinking's the wrong thing.
No, that's the thing about favorites. Like it's in the moment.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
When
why.
you ask me like a favorite movie, like a genre or something, I'd be like, I don't know, like this maybe right now, but I don't know.
And that's the one that counts. You ask their favorite movie, you ask their favorite book, their favorite slur. It's whatever's in the moment, right? So the first thing they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about this bird book that you uploaded the other day. What's up with that? Man, I saw some pretty cool looking birds in that.
Did you actually look for it? There's some good plates in there.
No.
He didn't actually look for it.
Did you post more than just? I saw just the one image. Was I able to look at
No,
the whole thing?
Yeah, if I posted like the name of it, it's on Hattie or Hattie. But yeah, I can post the whole thing for
I don't
you.
know what Hattie
Yeah,
is.
Hattie is just it's a digital uploader, usually for public domain or Creative Commons, depending.
Do you just
But
do that?
that's just yeah, like people want to preserve knowledge, and you do that by digitizing it.
Yeah.
There's lots on there, tons on there. And I happen to be doing like a nature, like you write like tour books of like whales and stuff like that.
Whales.
The country, not the creature.
Oh, I was like,
Yeah, I saw those gears moving.
and this is a
But
Welsh.
yeah, it was
has
just a book of birds, and it had a bunch of like plates in it. Plates for like in like a 800, 1700 books. They're just like pictures. It's a picture on a page. It's usually called a plate.
Oh,
I don't know why.
okay.
There's an etymology there, but I don't know it.
Something about they used to put them on plates and something probably
Possibly.
when they made them.
Might have been how it was transcribed.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense.
yeah, it's a bunch of like very, very colorful hummingbirds. It's a 300-page book, volume 2, about hummingbirds.
They took the picture, they pulled the plate out of the camera, they put it on, and slapped ink on it. Boom. There you go.
I've done that before. You use collodion, wet plate photography.
I've heard of that. Not a lot.
I
but
still
I've
have
heard
it
the
on my
word.
camera.
Feels like you just made up a word.
Wet plate photography? Yeah.
No, the
it's-
whatever collodion.
Let's make up.
Collodion?
That just sounds
yeah,
like a
collodion's,
made-up word.
collodion's the
slap
light
some
reactive
Nickelodeon on
chemical. You slap
Or-
some Nickelodeon onto the plate before it gets to the light.
That's what the ooze is for.
Then you put it Then you put it into a
I
little
get it.
container, like a little lockbox. Take that lockbox to the camera. You make sure it's covered. Then you open the lockbox, expose for like 20 seconds if you're out in sunlight. Close. Lockbox closes again. Go back into a dark room and then put it through like a bunch of chemical reagents to make it go.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure
They
all
use a bunch
words
of
are
stuff
made
like
up.
silver nitrate and like other things that will stain your hands forever if you get it on you.
So
It's
are
fun,
you
man.
staying forever or
No.
It's not forever.
diamonds are
Collodion
forever?
was the modern invention way of doing it, where like it's like not as bad, but it doesn't give us quite as crisp of a picture. But also
Oh.
like it depends if you're using glass or tin. Tin types are like this literally on tin, as it would say. So
And that's where babies come from. My
yep,
water.
that's wet plate photography. I would have listed that as my hobby, but I haven't done it in like a decade or 15 years or so. So
How old are you?
I'm 40 even.
40 even. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you just
The
turn 40 or
things
you
I have
turning
seen.
41 this year?
Turning 41 this year.
Okay. The things you've seen, yes. Go on.
Mm-hmm. That's it. It's
Greenhouse
okay.
gases.
It's an empty statement.
Yes.
Acid rain.
Yeah, remember acid rain, folks? That takes me
No.
back. Yeah.
That wasn't a thing ever.
Yeah, because I didn't live in New York.
California.
It just wasn't a
Is
thing.
that where it was? Wherever the
It was
yeah
smog more than anything there.
Yep.
yeah that makes sense.
Where they mandated catalytic converters and stuff.
I heard
Very un-American of them.
I have a friend who's from
Yeah,
Indiana.
they just have too many fucking people living in one spot, to be honest. That's what the issue is.
I have a friend from
Earth.
Indiana. He went back there while we were in college, and I think he went back there after college to get a job at the DuPont plant. Apparently, the skies are just always smog, always there.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, in some parts, yeah.
no, like literally just wherever the town is he's from, where the DuPont plant is, and it's just always that. And I'm like, why would you want to work there? He's like, they pay me a lot of money, and I'm like,
Yeah.
do you like having lungs though, or is it just like a bonus to living? So that's
I'll buy new ones.
I guess.
Freshly harvested from
Just-
orphans.
I mean,
No, orphan
knowing
lungs, they can't
the
breathe.
guy,
Come on.
I'm not very surprised. It like this is not the getting new lungs, that he just didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
It's definitely a factor of life and what you're okay with people doing and stuff. But DuPont's pretty gross, man. I'm not taking on no chemical plant, but they are not good. They are fucking up that town. They're
Yeah, in a previous city I lived in, there was a major paper mill that
Oh,
was
yeah.
kind of too close to the
Oh,
interstate.
God. Bro, paper mills are
yeah.
they are awful.
yeah.
Oh my
Mhm.
We used to
God.
have
If you
yeah. Go on.
just smells like shit all the fucking time. Like there's no getting around it. It's just whatever it's doing its thing. You're just like
Yep.
fuck.
And in the city, you were fine in the city, but it was close enough on the interstate that it's just, and the interstate was raised, so like, yeah, you're just right next to it.
Yeah.
We
Fuck.
had
God.
one of those here. They converted it to a steel mill, I think. That's better.
Yeah, that's a
But it
hell
was
of a
the same
change,
thing. Like there's just an interstate that runs kind of near it, not right next to it, but kind of enough near it, and it's raised, and you're like looking at it, and it's just pouring out black smoke the whole time. You're like, this place stinks. I hate being here. And then you just don't ever
I
drive over
lived-
there again.
This is a metaphor for something.
I lived in between a no, it was a paper mill, whatever they were doing there. And then like an entire city's like waste, like human waste disposal like area. Like in between.
The management
Oh my
site.
God.
Must
We're
have
like,
been
we're
really
like, we're like, take
Yeah.
it all.
Yeah, oh, dude, it was I didn't have much choice. Okay, like the rent
Been
was
there
cheap,
before.
but fuck, it was just.
I've been in that kind of place
Oh
where
my
like
God,
there's
dude.
like holes in the floor, but like the rent's like nothing, but the railroad's like that window away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the sad thing is there is a point in which you kind of start to get used to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your nose just starts unless it's a really bad day, unless like an event happened and the
An event.
yeah.
The train outside the window,
A
like
citywide
leaned.
event where like all of a sudden like the management
Yeah.
site just smells extra bad.
Yeah, like the sewer system couldn't handle it or something, and it's just like collectively the whole city. Oh God. But
This isn't quite related to that, but and I guess we probably don't want to talk about COVID, but I think it's super interesting how they can watch like sewer and like waste management to determine if COVID's going up and down by just doing sampling.
Are more
That's
people
so nasty.
shitting or?
that's so.
No, I
fucking
think it's like
nasty.
you can detect it in like you just do a
Yeah,
swab.
Oh.
So because like bacteria and stuff isn't gonna die instantly when it goes into the
What?
toilet. It's
Bacteria
flushed.
doesn't die when it goes in the sewer? No way. Ain't no way, dude.
Well, I
I
mean,
think
it
it's
would if it
stronger
got
down
cold enough.
That's like the Ninja Turtles.
It would if it got cold enough.
But no, like,
Just
yeah,
saying.
that's one of the ways that like cities are able to like very, very accurately determine.
Wait, you're saying it gets stronger when it
waves
gets
and
cold?
stuff.
I thought bacteria gets better when it's hotter. Or is
I
that?
think it depends on the
What?
bacteria.
You said something about it being
It's
cold.
generally warmer. Yeah, if it gets cold enough, they die.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
So do I. Am I a bacteria?
Wait, then why doesn't your
Sometimes.
body
Sometimes
cool down when you're sick instead of heating up to burn it away?
Because you can also boil them away. That's less damaging to your body.
Explain
Well,
my
and
brain
plus
then.
you
It's
start
something your
pretty
body
high up
can
there.
do.
What, 98.6? So
Yeah, so it's something your body can actually do. Your body can't actually cool itself, not really. Like it doesn't have a built-in system, but it can warm itself up very easily. Just runs hotter because it's already generating heat. Because we're warm-blooded animals, so.
Anyway,
I mean, unless you're.
I'm definitely cold-blooded. I can't stand the cold at all. Like I need it to be like 70 to 80 degrees, or else I
That's
kind of
'cause you're
start
from the
shutting
South.
down. I know, and I'm cold-blooded because of it.
yeah.
South and getting older, man. Oh my God, dude. I used to be able to tolerate so much more shit when I was younger.
I haven't really noticed any
now.
difference there, but maybe it was gradual enough that I didn't realize.
If you live in the South, you probably didn't fucking notice.
Yeah, it's just hot there the whole time. What do you mean?
Yeah,
it gets
but
chilly
when it's cold,
sometimes.
I've never been good at like 40. Anything below 40, nah, can't do it.
40.
Don't like it.
Okay, all right,
That's pretty cold.
dude. 40 is like.
I know, that's why I'm saying cold-blooded.
shorts
I'm
weather,
bad.
dude. Like, what the
fuck? I can't do it.
No,
Not for me.
no.
Real
We had a
shutdown
really mild.
hours.
We had a really mild winter here. It was only like below zero for like a couple of weeks.
Dude, I hated
The wind chill got down to like minus 50.
It was just like 11 degrees the whole week, and I'm just fucking.
Yeah,
over here
y'all
dying.
got ice and shit.
We had one of
Whoa.
those, and I was like, this
Yeah.
is bad. I hate it.
Yeah. It's not right. I don't live here for this. I live here because I was born here,
Nope.
and now I'm used to not.
I live in a subtropical region for subtropical.
I love snow, man. It's just so good.
I really hate it.
Well, just keep moving further. Just move to like Central America, and you'll never ever see snow again.
I mean, I lived in Puerto Rico before, and that was nice. But I've
Yeah.
also lived in Maryland and like done like the whole like blizzard and everything, like a couple
Oh,
of
yeah.
years. So I'm like, I'm good.
Because if you move to someplace like Maryland in the middle of like spring and summer, you'll get a very warped
No, yeah,
perspective
yeah.
of what winter's gonna be like. Because then winter comes around and you're like, what the fuck happened? It goes from
Mhm.
like almost 100 to oh wow, it's 20 degrees every day now. That's just what's happening now.
We are snowed into our home. It's been a blizzard for a week.
Yeah, it's like no snow, no snow, no snow, 20 inches, and you're like, ah, cool.
Yeah, see,
It's a big pass
various
for me.
degrees. No,
Yeah.
40s 40 is too cold.